The sights and sounds of this exotic island are a welcome assault on the senses. Images of palm-fringed beaches, the sound of dhow sails flapping in the wind, and the Indian Ocean's waves lapping at the shore. But Zanzibar, off the coast of mainland Tanzania, isn't just an idyllic holiday destination. Away from the romanticized view of this paradise island, ordinary people are caught up in the daily grind of making a living. As the population increases and the economy expands, so too does the pressure on the government and local authorities to provide basic amenities like clean, safe drinking water and proper sanitation for its poorest citizens.
Currently, since we are using the groundwater, really we incur a lot of cost. We have to pump water. We have more than 120 pumps for both islands. So you can imagine the commercial rate for the electricity with all those more than 100 pumps. It costs us a lot. In 2006, we passed the Water Act. And 2 years later, we prepared the water tariff so that we could start collecting revenue from users.
UN Habitat, under the Water for African Cities program, is working to counter these challenges by pursuing the Millennium Development Goals related to water and sanitation. This is being done by assisting participating governments and local authorities to improve the management and delivery of water and sanitation, particularly in informal settlements in cities across Africa.
The main strategic implementation focus is on demonstrating pilot activities in the country and using that as a learning tool where we feed into bigger scale projects, and that we do with the African Development Bank.
Fresh water, the planet's most precious natural resource, is in short supply. On the island of Zanzibar, the main supply comes from groundwater, but these resources are being depleted faster than they can be replenished. Water demand management experts say that supply could be increased merely by planning and controlling water use to strike a balance between limited water resources and demand.
A utility produces, say it produces 100% water. 60% is wasted or lost alongside the way through broken down infrastructure, people wasting, ill-disciplined consumers. Now, if you can lower the non-revenue water or the wastage, then immediately you have a lot of water available that you have already paid for as a utility that you can sell to people or give to people of the low income.
Zanzibar receives just under 1,600 millimeters of rainfall annually, sufficient levels to improve water security using the low-cost, low-maintenance method of rainwater harvesting. Water for African Cities is working with the Zanzibar Water Authority ZAWA to exploit this resource and better manage water supply and demand on the island.
We have two heavy rain seasons, we call it Masika and Vuli, but yet we don't have technicalities on how to harvest those rainwater. And underground water costs us a lot. UN Habitat is here now, training our experts on how to harvest rainwater. So we have the crucial need of depending on other sources instead of this groundwater.
UN Habitat has installed the infrastructure to harvest rainwater at a number of schools in Zanzibar, such as Mugambo Primary School, where the installation has had an immediate impact on the student body.
Before this project, we didn't have enough water. The children had to run around looking for water in the neighborhood wells. The project will help the girls especially because they use water and the toilets a bit more than the boys.
The problem we had before was that we had to leave school to go and fetch water from the well, and it took a lot of time. Secondly, we had problems when we needed to use the toilet, looking for water every time. But now these problems have reduced because there's water from the tap and in the toilets. We don't have any problems looking for water anymore.
The rainwater harvesting technique is being demonstrated in 4 other schools, including Muungano Primary School, which is also on Zanzibar's largest island, Unguja. As technology evolves and consumers become more tech-savvy, new mobile phone-based innovations are emerging to aid in water demand management and other social applications. Human Sensor Web is part of an initiative by UN Habitat and Google.org. The system continuously monitors water availability and quality at selected water points. Zanzibar residents who use any one of the 50 water points in the project send a coded SMS to water service provider ZAWA through the Human Sensor Web database.
We appointed agents whereby a person can send a message, but at the end of the day, we have our own agent, whereby he is the one who's supposed to report it. There are some areas, for example, Michenzani, they used to get water, but the water was in a very bad quality. They even have, waste. But for this human sensor, we managed to go there, and we have completely solved the problem.
The fact that increased volumes of water now course through the island's pipes is evidence in itself that this program is meeting its objectives and changing lives. But success isn't just measured at the water meter. There are important intangible software issues to take into account too. In addition to capital investment in the water sector, the program has made complementary investment in training and capacity building of utility managers to ensure sustainability of these initiatives.
Training is training of trainers for rainwater harvesting. We have to train few people here as trainers, and they will go to the community surrounding those pilot areas to train the school community and the community around that area.
One of the key learnings from this program is that the capacity building component must be continuous to cater for natural attrition.
We've had quite some challenges that border on technical issues, is staff turnover. You do your capacity enhancement, capacity building, training, and then people move on. Then what happens is that you have to go and start on the curve again, which has also had quite some impact on the program.
ZAWA, we have a strategic plan that has been developed in collaboration or in conjunction with UN Habitat, with the Uganda Water Authority. So now we are going straight and we know where we are going. We really depend on them of technical support, financial support, and ZAWA can't go without them.
As African cities increasingly serve as engines of growth, the continent's population will continue to migrate to urban centers. The demands on governments to provide adequate sanitation and water supply will keep rising. Initiatives like the Water for African Cities program play a vital role in bridging the demand gap. But the real value of demonstration projects such as this lies in the capacity of governments and local authorities to upscale and replicate them. This will ensure sustainable access to proper sanitation and safe drinking water for Africa's urban poor, making a tangible impact on their lives and serving as a stepping stone to a brighter future.